there. Welcome to Angelica Sleep Clinic. Now, in this sleep clinic, we specialize in making sure that you feel very relaxed, both physically and mentally. But before we begin, I'm going to simply ask you if you have an appointment already scheduled with us. No? That's perfectly fine. We can pencil you in right now, if that's okay. Perfect. Don't mind the kitties. The kitties just want to play, even though I already play with them. But they just want to play again. So, would you want a kitty by chance? A complimentary kitty. Granted, not for you to take home, but just for you to cuddle. Not right now. If you ever want a kitty, just please don't hesitate to ask. They here are also our employees. They get workers' benefits. They get dental, vision, the whole shebang. Yes, correct. You see, these kitties also have their retirement plans ahead of them. They're just very respected, valuable members of the sleep clinic. Nonetheless, I'm just going to begin asking you a couple of preliminary questions, okay? I think I have a fresh page here. Okay. First question. What is your age? Okay. And what is your name? And what is your reason for visiting? 2020. That makes sense. A lot of people have been having weird dreams about 2020, very haunting, nightmarish dreams. But because of that, we have now specialized in how to treat people with those dreams and how to provide them a much more secure and comfortable surrounding. Now, have you visited us before? Okay. And what was your experience like before? Okay. And do you plan on spending the night here, or do you just want to have a nice hour-long session? Spending the night. Okay. Perfect. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, yes, there are some sleep clinics that have the whole, wiring of the brain in order to monitor the brain's activity while you sleep. In this sleep clinic, we mostly specialize in relaxation and making sure that the client has a optimized and perfect sleep session where they feel refreshed and they feel awake for the first time, if you know what I mean. Perfect. If at any point I am unclear, please tell me so I can repeat myself in a much more eloquent or concise and clear way. Okay? Perfect. So, you're going to be afforded some materials. Firstly, we're going to be given a nice pillow. We choose very neutral, cool colors because we find that they tend to be more calming and they tend to present a much more real and intimate experience. Oftentimes, bolder colors remind people of a much more energetic, sort of go-getter, sort of fiery personality. And although that does have a place, here we would prefer much more calmer and soothing and docile experiences. So, this one's quite a thick consistency. We do have a variety of pillows, including some memory foam pillows and some purple pillows as well. Some designs that are far more compact or layered or modern. This one's a little more old-fashioned, but it has all the charms of an old-fashioned pillow, much like the blue stripes that line it down the sides, as you notice. I quite enjoy this one because I'm reminded of older movies like Charlie Chaplin movies or Three Amigos with Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short, where they sleep on pillows with these lines, and it makes me feel like I'm somehow in tune with that time period. So I quite enjoy these types of pillows. Plus the nice sort of muted blue obviously provides a sense of relief and comfort and a sense of coziness. Would you like to use this pillow for your sleep during the session, or would you prefer I find another pillow? This pillow's good? Okay, perfect. Here, before you make that judgment call, just to make sure, place your head on this pillow. really sink into it. I'll hold it firmly beneath you. How do you feel like your head is being nestled within the pillow? Do you feel like it really sort of captures it and feels like it's like your head's on a cloud? Or do you feel like it could be a little more plump and firm? That's perfect. That's perfect. Do you want to feel it one more time? Okay. Here, rub your hands over it. Just press your hands over it. How does it feel? Soft? Perfect. I'll leave this to the side here. Now, another item that we also have and we will give to you, it has been properly washed, it has been properly sanitized. Granted, a lot of people who have the 2020 dreams often dream about a pandemic, so we tend to specify that clearly for everyone, but particularly for those who had the 2020 dream. Now, this item has been properly washed, it's been properly scented, it smells like lavender, and it is very cozy and for your purposes. But if you would prefer, I can find something a little thinner or something a little more plush. Okay? Great. Now, I have this cozy little hoodie here. Hoodie slash robe. And this hoodie slash robe, once again, has been washed. I must state it multiple times just because I know that those of the 2020 dream tend to dream about a situation in which people have to constantly maintain hygienic, which granted should be the rule of thumb at all times, but I do understand the sensitivities of that dream, so it's a very plush robe. The dryness comes from my hand. The darker spots comes from my sleep magic. Sleep dark magic. So do you want to try it on by chance? Yeah, just to try it. We will wash it if you don't want to wear it though. That way you make sure and you rest assured that this wasn't tried on by anyone else after we washed it. Do you want to wear it? Okay. Here. Would you like to put it on or shall I put it on for you? We try to make it as relaxed of an experience as possible. We try to be at service 24/7 for those remaining within our clinic. Correct? Much like a child, you know, the mother's touch, where the mother does everything for the child, ties the shoes, gets them ready. So in that same respect, you kind of feel like a child again. Ready? Okay. Here. Stretch out your arms. Perfect. I'm just going to put this in this arm, put that in the other arm. There we go. And how does it feel? Do you want to put the hoodie up or keep it down? Okay. Do you want me to tie the little laces together to kind of give it a little more snug feel around your face? Okay, give me one moment. I'm just going to tie this around you, okay? Do you want it to be a bow or do you want it to have some sort of cute little design? Cute little design? Okay. What do you want to have it as a design for? Okay, I can do that. Here we go. There we go. Underneath there. Tie a loop there. Around the rabbit hole. There we go. Okay. How does that feel? Do you feel more relaxed? It's been scented with lavender as I already stated, and because it was scented with lavender, it tends to have more of that aromatherapeutic note to it. Perfect. Now, in addition to your robe slash hoodie, we also have this towel here. This towel has also been washed, of course, but it was scented with vanilla, rather. If you care to smell. Now this towel will be used for your showering purposes, or rather showering purposes, in reality we have a floating tank in the back which provides an experience of sensory deprivation. Are you familiar with sensory deprivation? No? Well, would you care for me to break it down? Okay. So sensory deprivation is basically where you float in a tank of water. Now this tank of water is designed to deprive you of all senses, sense of taste, sense of smell, sense of sight, sense of touch, everything. It's completely dark, but in this floating tank, all you feel is your body coasting on the water, completely detached from any sound, any frenzy, any bustling noise, just completely at ease with yourself. And you sort of get grounded once again to remind yourself of you are just an individual inhabiting this world, and all the bustling noise around you is ultimately just noise outside of you, but not within you. You have to grant it permission for that noise to come within you. Are you interested in the floating tank? Perfect. This towel is for your purposes. It is scented with vanilla. That way when you leave the floating tank, and also when you enter the floating tank, but more specifically when you leave it, you are firstly welcomed in to the outside world with a sense of relaxation from the vanilla notes. Alright? Perfect. So, this towel is scented with vanilla, and another reason that you might be wanting to use this towel, although we will afford you another towel if you so choose to use this towel for that purpose, is we heat up this towel and we place it upon your face, like such. And when we place it upon your face, you're going to feel a sense of warmth and relaxation upon your pores, where you feel the heat sort of opening them up, but as you're relaxing your entire system and every muscle in your face detenses from the heat. It won't be too hot though, it'll be more so like a nice tender warm sensation. Correct. Do you have any breathing problems by chance or anything of the sort? No? Perfect. I know that some of the people who have the 20/20 dream have a little bit of sensitivity to anything that has to do with the breathing system, so I do apologize for the question, but it's something that we need to know in case we press the towel over your face. Now, would you like to try it out, just in case, to see how it might feel? Okay, I'm going to put the towel over your face now, and you just tell me how it feels. Okay? Do you find that the texture is nice and comfy, or would you prefer I find a towel that's far more plush? It's comfy. Perfect. I'm going to remove the towel now, okay? Hi there, welcome back. I'm going to be putting this to the side, okay? Now, before you enter in, I'm going to be giving you some introduction notes, okay? Firstly, I have this cup of tea here. Chamomile. We often implement imagery of the occult or of darkness or of spirituality or of any sort of more societally taboo themes, mostly because it reveals a far more intimate and vulnerable experience of the human condition, much like this is our enchantment with what happens in death and whatnot. So we oftentimes expose our clients to much more vulnerable or intimate images, so that way they can feel more comfortable reflecting within themselves and feeling okay to just present and exist as they would. Do you want me to clarify that? Okay, so the intention is basically that most times you are expected to have some sort of charisma, correct? Or some sort of smile, some sort of vibrancy to you in day-to-day activities when you go out and you feel like you have to present a smile or you have to behave a certain way in order to not be considered rude or not to be considered mean, correct? So, in this facility, in this clinic, all of those guards, all of those presentations, all of those artifices can just drop. The veil can drop, and you can just exist as you would. The resting bee face is this popular and coined term, can just exist upon your face. No one will judge you for it, because everyone there is just trying to relax, get in tune with themselves, readjust themselves, and ground themselves back in reality. Okay? Perfect. Here. This tea is chamomile. It is ripe for you. I tempered it myself. I waited for it to be boiled and then cool down a little bit where it's nice and warm, where it still has those flavorful notes, but isn't going to burn you. Okay? I'll set this to the side. Now, I'm going to be, with your permission, spraying some notes of lavender around you, okay? On your clothes, on your arms, and around your head. Alright? Perfect. Now, if you're allergic to lavender, if you're allergic to perfume, or if you're allergic to any of these scents, please tell me right now. You're not allergic to any of these? Okay, perfect then. And you're okay with me spraying you? Okay, so stretch your arms out like this. Perfect. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay, and I'm just going to start spraying you now. Down your clothes, and then down your arm now. And now over your head. And now on the other arm. Perfect. Now I'm going to just try and gain a little bit more insight into how you're feeling currently, okay? So please, to the best of your ability, describe to me your current state. Are you a little more relaxed after our whole initiation session, or do you feel a little like tense still? Okay. Give me 1 minute to just go to a nice clean sheet of paper. Okay. So you feel a little more relaxed. And as for the 2020 dream, do you feel like it's fading a little more, or do you think it's still present? My saying it kind of reminded you of it a little bit? Okay. I made a note so that way the attending nurses and employees don't mention it for you. Okay? Perfect. Yeah. Is there anything else that you just want kind of tailored for yourself? You know, like, are there any certain triggers, for example, that make you feel uncomfortable that I can note down here if you're comfortable with sharing it? Yes, you can list them to me. I'll note them down. That way those inside can be cautious with them and avoid those triggers with you. Okay? Yes, it's just between you and me. No one else will know aside from those in working, and they'll only know it just so that way they can avoid it. Okay? List them to me, only the ones that you're comfortable sharing. Okay? Okay. 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 Is there anything else? No. Rest assured that there is no such thing as you being too burdensome. There is no such thing as you asking too much. We are all professionals here. We are all trained to make sure that you feel as accepted, welcomed, and comfortable in our facility. Okay? This is the definition of a safe space for you. Alright? Perfect. Now, I'm going to be putting a little bit of an oil now. A little oil that we came up with. Underneath your eyes and underneath your nose. That way it kind of gives you a little bit more of a soothing feel. And then afterwards I'm going to be pin dropping a little bit of an oil underneath your tongue. That way it sort of gives you a much more relaxed feel. Okay? Perfect. Now, give me 1 moment to retrieve said oil. Okay, thank you for being patient with me. Are you at all allergic or have any concern, let's say, with the oil we're about to use? Completely naturally sourced, completely organic, cruelty-free, of course. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to uncap this then. I'm going to be pressing this oil underneath your eyes, on your nose, and underneath your tongue. Okay? Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to be putting this oil beneath your eyes. Okay? Right there, and then right there, and then underneath your nose, just right there, right there. Now, if you would, open up your mouth, lift your tongue and then I'm just going to be putting it right there, okay? Just going to put it right there. Okay, perfect. Let me cap this right back on up. Okay. And put this to the side. Now, you are all ready. Now, before you continue, just give me a little bit of a review. How was my manner? How was the way I presented myself? How was the way I conducted myself? Do you think I was to your satisfaction? No. If you have any negative critiques or any constructive criticism, I would love to hear it. That way I can improve. Okay. Thank you. Excellent. 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 Thank you so much for your feedback. And how do you feel currently? A little more relaxed? The oil should be, let me rub this in a little more. Rub this in a little more. Rub this a little bit more. The oil should be working on your skin quite immediately. But as for your tongue, that'll hit your vein first. Nothing serious, nothing toxic, very natural. It's just a plant. It'll be hitting your vein and making you feel very soothed and relaxed. Okay? Excellent. So, after probably 45 minutes to an hour, you will start to feel it. And in that period, I would highly recommend going to the floating tank. Okay? Sounds excellent. Now you can gather your things and you can walk right on in there and you will be greeted by another employee of the facility. Okay? Perfect. I hope you have a wonderful stay here.